The best time to catch up is now. Catch up sessions. It's Catch Up Sessions Introspection Edition, but here to bounce off thoughts live from way up north in Batanes. Please welcome Miss Cole slash Nicole Fauni.
Hi! Wow, very mean na hello pa lang. Hello everyone.
Very high pitched right there.
Be ready for my voice. It's high-pitched and loud with this accent.
Your voice is loud.
It is.
Like from one corner of the breakfast place, I feel like the others can hear our conversation.
Actually, even in the office, kapag lumalabas ako ng mga meeting rooms, they would always say na, oh, that's why it was noisy. It's you.
So we will not have volume issues with this podcast episode. We're here in Batanes, as I mentioned. And we are bouncing off thoughts of what you learned while seeing the endless rolling hills.
Wow, endless rolling hills of Batanes.
Yes, that goes straight into the open sea.
Indeed. West Philippine Sea and ano yung isang sea?
All around, because it's we went around.
Island nga pala siya, correct.
The island.
So, my first takeaway is that I was telling Mark briefly before this podcast was medyo disappointing to see that, disappointing talaga yung word.
Agad-agad naman.
It's starting negative pala. No, it's just the reality that it's so beautiful here in Batanes.
It's super beautiful.
Extremely beautiful. Na parang it's the New Zealand of the Philippines. Pero when you encapsulate...
Or New Zealand is the Batanes of New Zealand.
Pwede. Could have been like that if it was well maintained.
And marketed well.
Oh, marketed well. Kasi for example, for me, as a Gen Z, wow, Gen Z! Before planning for this place, I was trying to look at TikTok. Kasi doon ako nagpa-plan ng mga itineraries ko.
TikTok has everything.
Yes. For like food and everything. But there's nothing to see. Like if you try to search Batanes or food to eat or what, not much. Unlike for example, Boracay na mas marketed na. Batanes has none.
Interestingly though, food stops that you've been led to are... Because you would expect island, okay lang, low expectations, but they always surprise us, no?
Yeah.
They're not bad.
Surprising. Parang even if Filipino food, because I'm not a fan of Filipino food, na-enjoy ko naman siya.
Like tasty, like proper food.
Even Harry. Harry's our friend who's not part of the podcast.
Who's kind of, maarte with food.
High standards. Wow.
Maarte.
I should say high standards because he's my boss. Cannot have it on podcast. Joke lang. Anyway, going back, apart from food and everything and marketing, like the maintenance of it all. Kasi parang the vans, I don't know if there's like parking for them. Parang hindi siya parang for tourists talaga. And if it's part of the beauty na it's well preserved as nature.
On one hand, you know how people appreciate naman na not overly touristy. So it still has the charm and the vibe of it's really a town that you're sort of invading.
Actually, pwede siya pag heartbroken ka, no?
Pero I wouldn't know.
We're all single though, so yeah, we wouldn't know.
Yeah, so yesterday we're just hanging by a lighthouse overlooking the sea with a cow right in front of us. Just no care for the world. That was fun.
Yeah. So, what was your takeaway naman? Kasi for me, it's that. The whole, parang, I wish it was more developed and more branded.
Well, mine leads into that cow, which we saw. Because you can imagine, like, rolling hills, everything is, like, slanted. And you will see the cows in the pasture. I would imagine, because I tried going down.
Yeah, I have the video.
Let's not show that. It takes a lot of effort to just stay put even in that position. But they look so chill. Right? I cannot believe I'm actually leaning into a cow's life as my learning. But despite the difficulty, they don't show it. In fact, they still live this chill, seemingly chill life. Because we asked the kuya driver yesterday, may nalaglag na bang cow dito?
Wala naman daw.
Because they were born with that difficulty na.
Correct.
And yet, they still look peaceful.
Actually, sometimes that can be relatable nga to humans na you think it's normal because you were born with it.
Yeah.
And then you think that some things are easier or like you have this illusion of the
more
mind.
Difficult. Yeah, because you make your own reality based on what you just are introduced.
Fair. Shocks. But ang cute ng mga cows because they're literally standing there and sabi ni Kuya, tour guide sa amin, they were just like chilling pero they're using a lot of muscles because they need to stand and balance.
While slanted.
Yeah.
Under the heat, oh my gosh.
Ang crazy ng heat dito compared sa Manila. I mean, Manila's hot just because there's no air. Here, windy, pero it's
The
just
direct hit of the sun is
Correct.
right on top of you.
It's a hill kasi, so walang trees or anything. It's like the beach and a little bit more elevated, so you're closer to the sun without any protection.
No trees because it's not the forest.
Not the forest or a mountain. Diba?
Apparently, there's a difference.
Yes. Bulubundukin. Ano ba yun? Talampas?
Oh, but my first time to see a proper talampas.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, you only see that in Hekasi books.
That you color pa.
Yeah, yung, by the way, for those who don't know, it's two mountains
Ano? With a flat...
in the middle.
Plateau. Ay, hindi siya plateau. Iba yun.
Basta.
Ayan. Basta may flat.
Yung funny pa dito, ito, meron talaga siyang parang...
Field.
It's like, oh, this is classic.
Literal Hekasibo.
I know. On top of the Hekasibok depiction of the Ivatan or the Batanes houses.
Ano nga ba the one that we wore on our heads? I forgot what
It's
called.
not straw, basta the straw-looking thing.
Kogon. Gawa sa kogon. But I
Yeah.
don't know what it's actually called.
We will find out. We'll Google. That's the time that you can pause this now and you can Google while we enjoy serving of hot chocolate. Native hot. What makes it native, ate?
Cacao ball.
Cacao ball? Bald?
Ball po.
Ball?
Ball? Ang sama.
Going back to learnings. Sidetrack. So we're getting served brewed coffee and native cacao chocolate.
Because I don't drink coffee. Pero sumama ko kay Mark now because it's just the two of us. And
Just the two of us.
Yes, the best company ever. Mark Laguna.
I thought self.
And we're trying to hook for a meet cute.
But there's no one here.
Yun yung other learning ko. If you want a meet cute because you're single, perhaps not Batanes.
Not here.
But if you want to discover yourself
Yeah.
and reflect in life, the peacefulness of Batanes cannot be found anywhere else in the Philippines.
You will just see endless sights of, it's not even nothingness. You can zone in on one and get lost in it. That's a kind of
Perfect for
peace,
meditations.
which we haven't done yet.
Yeah, we're planning to, but we ended up talking even more with this podcast.
Correct.
I think
Because
it's our nature.
because our meditation guide has decided to leave.
Not yet.
They have decided. We're not sure if they will actually leave.
It's actually live happening now. We're a
Yes.
bangers moment.
Yeah, they're waiting at the airport to secure a slot. A very crucial, pivotal moment is now when they're in the heat of the sun while we're enjoying coffee.
And we
Your
don't
choice.
have internet, so we don't know what's gonna happen to them. We're just gonna go back at 11:30, whether they're there or not, melting under the sun.
Yeah, well, such is life. So I was actually initially feeling, why do you change plans like that? Because I just go with the flow. If you would have said that you wanted to also jet on out of here, I would. I would jet on out. But I'm a creature of inertia.
Yes.
So if everyone leaves, I leave. If more, because up until the last minute, no one wanted to join Harry.
That's true. He's been thinking about it for the past 2 days. Parang before we sleep, when I wake up, he would always ask me, legit, this morning, when he woke up, actually because I wake up first before him, when he woke up, he was like, Cole, instead of saying anything else, like good morning, or are you done taking a bath, or what, he said, can you message Pal? That's how much he wanted to go because of work. I mean, prioritization.
I mean, there is that, but isn't there time for everything? Because we're on vacation now. It's a Sunday even. But I get it. There would be times when my mind will be all about work. And then when you sleep, when you wake up, that's all that you have to act on it.
Yeah.
No? So this is really just a message to the GM where...
Wait lang, baka mawalan tayo ng job. I'm saying it in Tagalog so he doesn't understand.
No, to say that your direct report is really eager to go...
Very hardworking.
Yeah, to go back to the office and be where the heat of the action is.
But also respect work-life balance because he let his direct report, aka me, stay.
Good.
He's the only one working very eagerly. But I'm also working eagerly, just on the right time.
Just to register. sure. But now let's circling back to what will you take home with you, which is obviously not a piece of land because you cannot buy it.
Oh yeah, you have to be a local in Batanes. So there's 3 cities here in Philippines na you need to be a local at before you can buy land. One is Batanes, the second one is Sagada, because I was there 2 weeks ago. And then the third is Palawan, which you'll go to next week.
Yes! Oh my gosh, it's like we're trying it out because we cannot have a piece of it.
So trying to find locals, I think, is the theme of our trips.
Find locals so you can own land in these areas.
Because it's pretty nice as an environment. Plus, it's only 5,000 to 8,000 per square meters. I mean,
You can buy hectares and hectares of land.
our podcast would go on and on and on if I go for the investment route of my brain. But going back, why were we here again in this conversation?
Why we're here in this conversation? No, it's just like key takeaways of a trip that I wouldn't have booked, to be honest, if you didn't force me.
Partly, yes.
Partly you forced me. But yeah, but I enjoy it super. So thank you for making it happen.
Hearts.
I did zero planning.
Okay, so they thought I did everything. But in reality, I just tapped a tour guide kasi nga walang system and stuff na you can literally search about Batanes.
You can DIY.
I can't DIY. So I tapped the tour guide. So everything I sent you is made by them. I just copy paste. But thank you for thinking I'm super active in
No,
that.
but even liaising with the tour guide and all of that.
I find joy in that.
Good.
Planning.
And I find joy in the
Following the plan.
in the following, going with the flow. Because even before this trip, I almost got bumped off
Oh yeah, I got
Diba?
so scared for you.
that plane ride. I was there early. I feel like I was the first one to check in. And they were like, "Sir, did you have check-in?" Nope. It's like, why do I need to do that? And she's like, because we overbooked by 3 people. So, yada, yada, yada. Para I spaced out after. I know my face was sad, but it wasn't annoyed. Because my usual reaction would be like, huh, why would you do that? Why would I be hassled, etc., etc.? But in that moment, I was just, okay, I'm sad. And then I left the counter and I messaged you guys to be like, oh, I'm bumped off, it seems. I'm still waiting.
And parang mas na-stress pa kami ni Harry. Because in that morning, our plan was to leave 5:15. But I think the expectation is, we booked the Grab already at 5:15.
And you weren't.
But we weren't able to. Because we weren't communicating. That's also my key takeaway, communication.
It's key.
Because we weren't messaging each other. Because in my head, we'll just meet at 5:15. Tapos, or he will message me first. Because usually, he messages me first because he's always early. But he didn't. So, we're waiting for each other, parang ganon. And then when we booked at 5:15, it took another 10 minutes. So, we were late for the check-in. So, check-in closes at 5:40. We arrived at 6 and we entered the wrong gate pa.
Yeah.
So, we were running around. And then eventually, they were like, we can't na, it's closed. And you really don't see the parang conveyor belt moving na.
So public service announcement, if you're going to Batanes, go to the Air Asia door,
Yeah.
not the PAL door if you're taking Terminal 2.
Correct. It's so confusing. So we gave feedback to them.
Feedback is a gift, it's okay.
Indeed. So when we were there na parang, I realized that, all my stuff naman can be hand-carried kasi it's less than 150 ml. But Harry, he bought a lot.
Freaking Pepsi Zero.
To be fair, he needs it. So he has
Lime.
Pepsi Zero, Pepsi Lime Zero, Mountain Dew Zero, Oatly, and some of his hair products.
The hair product is really the one that...
That's the main priority. So he was panicking na everyone was talking to him in Filipino. They weren't speaking in English to Harry. So I was talking to them and I was like, can he still check in? Kahit siya na lang po. Kasi to me, it's fine, whatever. But to him, I'm also thinking na he's diabetic. So baka kailangan niya yung mga stuff. So I was begging
hair product.
the Oatly at least.
Okay.
So, and all the sweets. Tapos parang nagbebeg ako kay na ate, sige na, he's diabetic, sige na. Tapos parang they were like, oh ma'am, it's not our discretion. It's gonna be the mini immigration where you scan your bags before going in. And then I was like, can you just join us? Kasi we were saying naman na, we were here na, but we were on the other gate. So they joined us. Then eventually, when they were scanning Harry's bag, they were like, oh, this cannot be parang hand-carried. And I was begging them na parang, diabetic siya, hindi siya nagtatagalog.
And show the needles.
And then he was like, they were like, meron po bang reseta? Tapos parang ako, mind block, ano nga ba yung reseta in English? Receipt? So parang, what do I show?
So there was a lot of begging in the beginning of the trip. I was told you begged for me also.
Yes, I'll go there in that story. So he raised the needles and then suddenly, parang the manager of the immigration went and then they were like, oh, pag diabetic, up and down yung sugar, he needs it. So they just looked at it and then eventually let him buy. And then when we were walking na, the person in the check-in counter was still guiding us kasi medyo late na. And I was like, Ma'am, thank you for helping us. Pero may help needed ba ako? It's giving very PNG,
I know, right?
no? There's still another
Once you
help
give your
needed.
left arm, you ask for the right arm also.
Indeed. And maybe the legs too. So I was like, we still have a friend outside.
That's me.
Indeed. Na parang, hindi pa siya nakaka-check-in, kanina pa siya nandyan. Please, ate. And then ate was like, oh ma'am, naka-waitlist naman siya. Let's just wait. I think pasakay na kasi kaya mo kami ginagay. Pwede rin ba siyang pasakayin na? Legit. Until we got near the bus area. And then Harry was like, oh, there's only 2 people left daw. One,
really?
parang, if they come, Mark wouldn't be able to go. Pero if they do, if they come, you won't be able to go. Pero if they don't, you'll be with us. Tapos biglang may 2 couple na dumating with a baby. And then Harry was like,
Tatlo yun.
Whoops. Is the baby counted? So anyway, he was like, oh, Mark can't go na. And I was like, parang nakita ko yun kanina. Or is it my illusion? I'm not sure. And then we were like, okay, it's pretty hopeless for Mark. And then after that, I was like, I'm gonna message Mark na in Viber. And then suddenly, there's a Mark Laguna walking to the bus.
I know, I wasn't even running. I was just walking to the bus.
And I was waving my hand really big. Mark.
But before that point, I was already pondering on, work from the check-in hotel that they will give me. So it's a sort of a staycation. I wasn't super BB about it at all. That's what happens if you have zero expectations of trips and whatnot. But yeah, lo and behold, I get upgraded to comfort class.
Oh yeah, because everyone was passing by with the nice snacks, and then we saw it being given to Mark. We're like,
Yes.
okay, he just stressed you out.
So that you can so that the niceties will be extra nice.
Indeed.
Right?
Ang dami
So,
kong indeed.
so learning there is, go where the sort of the circumstances take you. Your response is key. Imagine if I, sort of like blurted out at them or lashed out. I don't think they would have given me the slot.
Or if you agreed na mag-hotel ka, then probably just me and Harry touring around day 1.
That would be fun. Inside a little bahay kubo looking motorcycle.
Oh yeah, with his arm sleeves that look like a tricycle driver.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Oh yeah.
But no, it had to be the 3 of us. And
of
then,
course. Because it's gonna be weird, just me and my boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other factor. It's a group of friends this trip, but there's that layer of me being a direct report of Harry.
Well, we'll unpack that some more. Should he return and see his thoughts on that.
He said earlier, I'm the best roommate, diba?
Okay, that's interesting.
Said that.
And yet he's leaving 1 day earlier. But
Up to everyone's interpretation on the why. We won't disclose it here.
so why don't you invite them to Batanes? That's your final word.
Oh yeah, because Kuya Lowell, our tour guide was saying that he doesn't have a lot of tourists, diba? So he's actually encouraging us to invite people. So if you want peace, reconnection with nature and yourself, or with your friends, just discovering more. Because I think we discovered more about each other now.
Yeah, lots.
Even with Cherry and Harry. Even with Harry na I'm with every day. So I think yun yung mga objectives that you can tick off with Batanes. And if you don't have, I guess, money for New Zealand, this is a Filipinized version of New Zealand.
Oh yeah, and get in touch with your roots, which is your Hekasi books.
Indeed.
Also in the flesh.
Correct. You don't need to color them. They're already colored.
They're quite colorful here. Awesome.
So yeah, it was fun, Mark.
Thanks, Cole.
Thank you.
Watch out for the release. We have a photo that's already ready.
It started there first. But yeah, it was fun having this podcast. I've been dreaming of this. Kasi joke lang, I always see it on your stories. So yeah.
Now you're there.
Okay.
Can't wait. Bye.